Dani from AJAX, some massive names in that group, and honestly, massive names throughout this tournament. There's so many big players. We've been talking about it. We've been building up to this European stop, Season 2. We started the whole thing off in Paris, and here we are in Madrid for the final qualification.
And you know what? We're not going to waste any time whatsoever because we've got a lot of games to get through today. We've got some incredible ones coming your way, and we're going to start as we mean to go on. We're going to be looking first of all in towards that group of death that we were just talking about.
Yeah, Group 6 is going to be all about August Rosenmeier. Can he get through? Couldn't work out for him in Paris. And the same you could say for Dani. I mean, it's Paris Saint-Germain versus AJAX. You could be looking at maybe some sort of title in real life, but this is going to be happening right here in the FUT Champions, the first game of the day. Dani didn't win a game in the first group stages when he was in Paris. Nerves got the better of him, but this guy has been around for a long time, alongside August Rosenmeier, of course, you know, FIFA Interactive World Cup champion back in 2015. These guys have been around for such a long time in football. It's time for them to reach Berlin.
And we've seen, you know, these guys, as you mentioned before already, at the Season 1 finals in Paris. I think that at that stage, for a lot of these players, they thought, you know, even if I don't do great here, I still have Madrid at the end of the tunnel. I still have to qualify for that, of course, but today, it's all on the line. Like, today is the cutthroat time, and the pressure must be on these guys, especially, as you said, this is PSG versus AJAX right now.
But the big thing we should talk about is the fact that August Rosenmeier here, he was on the Xbox in Paris. He's on the PlayStation here in Madrid. Obviously, he qualified by winning DreamHack tournament when we were there back in the winter, wasn't it? I think it was, or the summer. I can't remember. It was that long ago. It was a long time ago, back in DreamHack when he won it for the Xbox. And obviously, that got him a qualification spot in the Xbox tournament. And I talked to him about it as we kick things off here for game number 1. And he said, you know, at the time, he was playing on the Xbox. He'd done a bunch of tournaments. He'd been to the Legia Warsaw, all the teams playing each other, the official traditional sports clubs. It was like a competition between them. He'd got his Legends, which is obviously the Patrick Vieira, etc., we're used to seeing on Legends. But here on the PlayStation, this is his platform. This is what he played in FIFA. This is what he's played for years on end. So he's returning home, effectively, to the platform that made his name.
And I want to talk about, since we are in our first game of the day, this whole idea, and we heard it especially from Boras, of course, in Paris, which was, I'm a slow starter. I struggle to really kick things off. But looking at this group here, obviously every game counts. I think that goes without saying. But you've got to get off to a good start this morning. And so far, looking good here. Possible chance on the cards for Agge.
That's a great start. He's going to slip it through, and Suarez is there! And Agge scores a nerve-settling goal in the 7th minute, and that is something he absolutely wanted to get going. He's been a practice partner with Boras Legend, who is in his group for the last week. I said to him, because I know he's been on the road, he's been over to London, he was with the EA Pitch crew, he's been into Paris, and he was like, how have you been practicing? He's like, ironically, I've been practicing with Boras, who I'm now in the group with once again. But that is a great start for him, a goal with Luis Suarez.
Yeah, that's sometimes how the cookie crumbles, and we've seen it so often over many tournaments in the past, of course. And these guys, obviously no strangers to each other, which is going to make that matchup later all the more important. But as you said, an early nerve-settling goal here, a chance for Dani. And this is what he could really do with is, you know, just leveling this up as soon as possible, because we were looking at him earlier. Spencer said he's looking pretty calm. We thought that he was looking more like he was rather nervous, to put it kindly.
He still looks pretty nervous in that picture right now. And obviously August is famed for basically almost having the jitters, effectively. They're like the nervous energy, like the shakes. He's just absolute bag of energy, and we're seeing some uncharacteristic mistakes there. I mean, obviously Messi having a dribble off the pitch there for Dani. These are things that don't normally happen. Obviously, this is big tournament play. There is lots of money on the line. 20,000 obviously for winning your console, 10,000 for winning the grand final here. But when you get to Berlin, you're talking hundreds of thousands. This is massive money time. And obviously these guys, they want to be there. Suarez already breaking through for Agge. Tries to lay it off into Bale. Bale had Messi just playing through. Couldn't get the ball through. Heads it to Ronaldo. Ronaldo to lay it back. Tries to go for the shot. Tries to cut it back. It's come back off the defender, and De Gea holds it strong.
Yeah, I think a little bit lucky there, just coming off the defender, as you said, straight into his arms for the catch. But now a chance here for Dani to break up on this top side with Messi. Will turn things inside nicely. Some nice one-touch stuff as Modric is going to hit the bar. Didn't think that was going anywhere close, in all honesty, but it was steered in the right direction, just had a little bit too much on it.
Curved in nicely. Something we should talk about, actually. Courtois in goal for August Rosenmeier. Now, we're going to see the same from Boras as well. Obviously, these guys, like I said, practicing together. And we heard from Boras yesterday. We managed to talk to him about it, and he feels, unlike De Gea tends to parry it a lot, just like he did there, rather than hold it. Well, Ronaldo's going to lay it back, but David Luiz, it's tragic! He laid it back to Messi, and August Rosenmeier gets his second goal. Almost a gift from the gods there by Dani.
Yeah, and I had a look back as that one went in at Dani, and he kind of looked off at the side, as if searching for an excuse or something there. But honestly, that is a mistake there. He's played it dangerously right in front of his keeper. And Agge starting off perfectly here. Not even at the half-time mark yet. You see there, 21 minutes on the clock as Messi puts that one away. And this is a commanding start from the Dane.
This is the start that he needed. He lost his first game in Paris, and it was a tricky first game. It was just a 1-0, but obviously getting that early goal definitely settled his nerves, and now he's hitting the ground running. And if you think back to DreamHack when we had a chat with him there, he was talking about how his defense was always solid, but he struggled going forward. And that's what we saw in Paris. Maybe, just maybe, the work he's been putting in between Paris and now is on attack. And it seems to be working out well for him with these 2 early goals.
And he's moving forward here once again and got plenty of space, in all honesty. There's Pogba and Kante there in the middle. Kante actually going to send it over the top into the feet of Walker, who's going to dash down the line. Surely will try and cut inside, and does beat his man as well. He's going to slot it across. This time, though, defender will get it away. No mistake this time around in the box from Dani.
Yeah, trying to lay it across. Interesting that he's using Kante, because this obviously was a locked-in team from the Monday while we were in Whistler, so 2 weeks ago now. So the player of the year, PFA Player of the Year, Kante, which is the 91, I believe it is, or 92, sorry. Dele Alli was 91, wasn't he? 92 Kante is not available to him, but Agge is using Kante. I wonder if that's based off the fact he has been using online, using that player here. He's practiced with it, and he just thought, you know what? I'm just going to go with it anyway because I'm used to playing with him. That's a very interesting choice there, because I'd be surprised if we're going to see anyone else using Kante. Obviously, a lot of people are looking at the David Luiz central defensive midfielder, the Pogba in there, of course. But this is a good attack building for Dani. Suarez smashes it home. A good little turn, pivot, and goal. And that is maybe a nerve settler here. We are still in the first half. There's plenty of time for Dani to get back in this.
Yeah, no question about that one. I mean, you're 2-0 up here. Maybe you've let your foot off the pedal just a little bit, thinking that you're fairly safe at this point. But you know, you're never safe until that 90-minute mark rolls in and the ref blows for full time. That's just how it goes. And these guys at this level, there's such a, I think, a small difference between all of these players that they will punish you. If you let your foot off, if you lose concentration for one moment, that could spell disaster. And that will leave us approaching half-time. Agge 2-1 up after those 2 early finishes. There's advantage played there by the ref, and that leaves Agge with possession. Suarez threads it through to Bale. It's Ronaldo. Couldn't quite get past Marcelo, though. Clearance wasn't great, but it's bounced around. And now Dani with a chance. This would be a great time to equalise right on the stroke of half-time, as he sends Ronaldo on this top side running, but the pass wasn't good.
Yeah, tried to tap it back. Couldn't quite find it, thread the needle, as it were. Suarez now on the attack for Agge. Straight back through to Marcelo. Marcelo, probably one of the best players for Real Madrid this season, lays it through to his teammate Ronaldo, who got himself the hat-trick just the other week for Real Madrid, of course, against Atletico Madrid, and scores a hatful of goals here. And certainly, I'm expecting to see lots of them as Marcelo steps past one, steps past two, but he can't get past Ramos, ironically, his teammate in real life.
Yeah, and I think it was Ramos that said, you know, most players would be happy to score 45 goals in their career, and there's Ronaldo racking up 45 hat-tricks as Suarez, well, going to fluff that one completely. It's going to go out for a goal kick. So looking like at the half-time point, we are going to be seeing Agge taking or moving in with that lead. 2-1, so a slim one at this point. But I'm hoping for Dani's sake here that, you know, that goal has just settled his nerves somewhat, because the start was definitely not what he was looking for. Finding himself 2-1 down right now. Possible last chance here on the stroke of half-time, though.
Yeah, Ronaldo trying to cut inside. Couldn't get past Ramos, though. And that should be cleared. Not quite cleared the danger, though. Kyle Walker cuts it out, but there is the whistle. So half-time, definitely going the way of August Rosenmeier in the opening there. The goals, the chances. Dani, though, rattling the crossbar earlier on from Modric and does get himself that goal from Suarez. So got to be happy overall with the comeback.
Absolutely, and as you said, it's still early doors, right? He scored that on, I think, 36th minute or so. So, in the end, a promising little comeback there. Possibly, we'll have to see. Still half of the game still to go. But we are going to just take a little bit of a peek, of course, at those goals that we've seen already. It was a very early one here for Agge.
Yeah, 7 minutes in, just about the perfect start in the tournament. If you think back to Paris, it was always a cagey affair. Not a lot of goals throughout the group stages, but 2-1 already, seeing 3 goals. And then obviously this is Agge's second one. A gift, no doubt. David Luiz trying to pass it back to the defender. And, you know, you're always told as a school kid, don't pass it in front of goal. And I think David Luiz needs to learn a lesson there. But that was the one back from Dani there. So he did manage to peg one back. So it gives him a glimmer of hope going into the second half.
Absolutely. As always, we do have other games going on at the same time. So let's check in with Spencer, see how things are going.
Yes, guys, thank you very much. I've been watching a game from the same group you guys are covering, that game of Agge there looking very, very action-packed. The one I've been watching between #Boras and Mustafa, a little bit more cagey, less to report in terms of goals, but we have had one goal, and it has gone to Mustafa. We're going to show it to you in a second, but this is a very important game. All the games in this group are big. We're calling it the group of death. If you can get off to a good start, it could be huge to set you in a good position for the rest of the group. And you can see here, nice bit of skill from Mustafa down the right-hand side of Ronaldo. Shot across the keeper. The rebound's fallen to the Messi there, I think it is, but it's actually Modric. But to be fair to him, it wasn't a straightforward rebound. He still had to do a little bit of work when he got that ball back, and he did quite well to get it under possession and finish the shot. So just the one goal in that game, currently 1-0 to Mustafa. If it stays like that, he'll be very happy and he'll feel confident going into his next game in what we're calling the group of death. I'll keep you updated. For now, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Spencer. And group of death is certainly seeming to start out as, and we'll have to see how this all develops. As we said, this is the time to shine. You know, these guys were in Paris, at least 3 out of 4 of them, and honestly, now is the time where you have to pick it up or you're going home.
Well, you think of our last group of death, obviously we saw the Bullock coming through out of nowhere. He was the underdog in the group. Maybe Mustafa's going to do the same thing there, taking a goal against #Boras, who himself is going to be looking in this one. He's got to play August Rosenmeier in his final group game. And like I say, these two practice partners, neither's going to want to knock each other out the group, that's for sure.
No, might end up being the case, though, if things don't change. Let's see, though. Start off here for Agge. And not looking like he's going to be getting such an early one in this second half. So, ball sent upfield there from Dani. Playing now in that AJAX strip from left to right. Here is Suarez. Couldn't quite get past his last man. However, they've kept possession. There's a bit of a messy ball, and in the end, Bale will just slide it on back to the keeper. Courtois just booting it upfield, but he's going to lose possession on that one instantly.
Oh, just a little glimpse of a different game there, but currently sticking with this one. It is an attack from Dani, playing in the AJAX strip against, obviously, Agge representing Paris Saint-Germain, both playing in traditional sports colours. A decent in-swinger. It's felt almost kindly for Dani there from the corner. We've seen a lot of corners go in, especially when we were in Whistler last week in the North American regionals. Pogba shuffling his feet nicely, lays off to Modric. Pogba goes down, nothing given. Ronaldo turns, tries to drag it for the far post, but just pulls wide.
Yeah, a little unlucky there. Shot not quite coming off as he would have hoped, or as he may have even expected with Ronaldo. But nonetheless, encouraging stuff from Dani's side. After going down to those 2 early goals, finally clawed one back in the last moments of that second half. This one started off certainly more encouraging for him.
Yeah, it's definitely looking a lot better. Obviously on the attack, haven't seen Rosenmeier once pushing forward yet. Ronaldo putting the pressure on. Messi tries to find himself some space, does get it, but the first touch wasn't good enough. Tried to knock on and turn and shoot, but Ramos read it well. Pogba through to Suarez. Ronaldo beats his man. He's got Suarez in the middle. The defender charging onto him, but Ronaldo might try and cut inside. A beautiful pirouette to Messi! Oh, De Gea just parries it wide.
Well. Thought he got him on the break there. And I want to talk about the fact that no shot was taken there on the edge of the box right by Ronaldo, which is something we've seen in a lot of the other regions. But, you know, these European guys feeling that they need to play to those percentages, give themselves the best chance. Certainly in this group of death, I think we're going to see that all the more prevalently. It's Pogba now. Got a bit of space here. We'll send it off to Modric. Finally, we'll be able to cut inside. There's David Luiz, slides it through. Suarez, surely. No, Ronaldo's there, though, for the tap-in. He's lost the Mr. Speakers there for a second, but...
I think the headset wanted to fly. I think he wanted to get up and run and celebrate, to be fair, and why not? He's pulled it back from 2-0 down, back level to 2-2 here. And, well, about the 70th minute, I think it was. I was just caught a glimpse of the timer there, but still plenty of time for the winner now. A great comeback from Dani. He didn't pick up a win, remember, when we were in Paris. This would be an absolute scalp to take. Rosenmeier lost his first game in Paris. This could be huge.
This is where experience really could play into things for Agge. But we also said that in Paris.
Yeah.
There's a ball over the top to Ronaldo. He's going to beat Marcelo. He's going to look for a cutback here. He does go for it, but they've read it perfectly there with Ramos. There's a lot of space here for a break, in all honesty. Modric here. Is he going to be able to send Ronaldo through? He will. He will turn on it. Doesn't beat Marcelo, but lays it into the feet of Modric. He's going to try a shot. I think, Courtois just going to catch that one, stop it going out for the corner.
Going back to Rosenmeier's chance, you could see what he was doing. He wanted to cut it back, but it was just the simple pass. He needed to hold it down. You know, when you hold it down, go for the second man. That's what he was looking for. It cut back too far. He wanted to go to the guy in the middle. You could see what he was after. Ronaldo going to try the same again here. He needs to turn and lose his man, but Marcelo's sticking into him like glue. And now he goes back to Walker. Kante tries to turn, but Modric is there. Judged impeded unfairly there. Is he going to go for a set piece? You're damn right he is. Suarez to try and tee one up.
What's he going to do with this one?
So Modric there might go with it. Oh, no, Bale lay it off.
Yeah, takes it short. Marcelo here will lay it off to Kante. Bottom side, there are a couple of options in the box, but it's a busy box with AJAX shirts right now. Finally, we'll get towards Messi, and, well, just too many men in front of him, really. And now a chance for Dani to break. Could he find a winner after being 2-0 down after just 21 minutes of this game? Ronaldo is going to run into Marcelo. Marcelo does finally get that one away from possession of Dani. Will release it down the wing as well. But again, he loses out on it. Oh, there's Pogba coming in, though. No messing around there.
Straight stuff. Suarez has got Ronaldo in the middle. Tries to play it early. Rafael Varane. Not a defender we see used too often here in FUT Champions. Of course, every player available to them, whatever they want to choose to set up their team, that is what FUT Champions is all about. Pick the very best available in the world and make your own dream team, and that's exactly what's happening here. Dani may be having a dream if he can get himself a winner here, but it's Rosenmeier that's on the attack. Agge down the wing. Messi. He's got Ronaldo setting himself up. He's going to have to cut back. He's got Kante to play it through. Pogba cuts, impedes it, and David Luiz, CDM not working for him, but Marcelo, no-nonsense tackle on Ronaldo.
85 minutes into this one. A chance now then for Dani moving forward. Got a little lucky there, I feel, with a bounce around. Kept possession of it in an unlikely scenario. He will just build things up here. Walker going to come across. He also can't quite get it away. Now Ronaldo through the legs. Suarez into Modric. He's going to take the shot, but Walker makes up for the mistake earlier and will get in front of it to corner.
Tries to cut inside. Could go for the cheeky. Oh, Courtois. I think he got a hand to it. He did. Just tapped it over. Dani putting pressure in. It's a close one for Ronaldo. Lays it back. Ramos spills it, but Courtois power jumps on it. And just a minute to go. Draws totally possible here in the group stage, of course, but it's not going to be the ideal start, certainly for Rosenmeier, who was 2-0 up early on. He's going to be kicking himself here as Dani looks for the winner.
Kicking himself, I think, is the right statement in this one as well, Demon. There is a possible last break chance for him there, but he's going to be dispossessed and a slide, I think, out of frustration more than anything else. And I think you're totally right in saying that you're 2-0 up in this game. You end up going to 2-2, and honestly there were glimmers of a chance of him even losing that game there in the end. It's a draw nonetheless, though. It's a point more than he had at this stage in Paris.